Hello, guys. Welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Ezra Taylor. He is 6-0 with 4 knockouts. He is a light heavyweight, and he's back out on the 23rd of September against Joel McIntyre over 8 rounds, Wembley Arena. Doesn't get much bigger than Wembley Arena, does it?
It doesn't. It doesn't at all, man. Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's good. It's exciting. What we're saying, 8 weeks out, and I'm feeling good now. Never mind 8 weeks from now. So yeah, man, looking great.
Well, we'll get on to that fight in a minute because you made your debut back in 2020, just before the pandemic, I do believe, when you fought. Right, I'm not going to say his name because we'll be here all day otherwise. But you fought, yeah, and you stopped him in the second round.
Yeah, I did
And
indeed.
he was a vet. What's the word? Veteran? Is it?
Yeah, he's definitely a veteran.
Because he
Yeah,
had over 100. I think he had about 123 odd fights.
yeah. He had a lot, man. He's a tough cookie, and he's a good person to fight. You know, when you're starting off, we all got to go through it. You know, we all got to gain our experience. It's different to the amateurs, so you don't want to jump in there and just jump in the deep end straight away. Some people may be able to hang with them guys, but it's a progressive thing. You need to take little steps and learn things, And that guy, he didn't really pose me too many questions that I needed to answer, but yeah, I got him out anyway. And I think there's not a lot of people have got him out. I don't think, I could be wrong, I'm not too sure, but I know that I did anyway, and I was happy with that.
So after the first round, when you went back to the corner, did you feel that you were going to stop him in that second round?
Not really. I think I may have dropped him in the first. I can't even remember. It felt like such a long time ago. And you know
You've
what?
had so many fights. I mean, the pandemic was long enough, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, the pandemic. There's a lot of things that happened after that as well. But I'll be honest with you, Sam. I can't really remember my I think my first 4 fights, my first 4 fights, I can't really remember because I went there and just did my thing. I didn't really have enough time in the ring to be able to, think about things, do this, do that. My last fight, I did 8
you
rounds.
Just keep knocking people out, mate.
I know, man. I can't. It's a gift and a curse. But, I won't be able to do that for so long. Or hopefully we'll see. But as the opposition steps up, then I've got to do more to get that knockout or even just to break them down.
And then you fought Daryl Sharp. I think that was Birmingham. That was your first, first fight under Queensbury with Frank Warren. And you fought Daryl Sharp, who literally you hit a sledgehammer over his head and he would still be standing.
I know. Hey, shout out Daryl Sharp, man. He's the toughest journeyman I've ever come across. There's so many people on the circuit that just says he's the toughest. If you stop him, well done, man. Take your hat off, because that guy, he's nothing to play with, man. But he posed a different type of threat as well, because I was expecting that, yeah, I can stop him, but since he hasn't been stopped before or that often, you want to go in there and you want to make a statement. And when you do stuff like that, you don't relax, you're tense, you try to go for the big knockouts. And when you get a knockout or you get a stoppage, you don't actually look for it. It just comes when you just naturally relax. So I wasn't relaxed. I was pent up. I wanted to smash his head in, and it didn't happen. But it's a learning lesson, man. It was good.
Mm-hmm. So were you excited? Do you think the excitement got to you, or the nerves got to you, as fighting on the big stage?
Not really, because it's just a ring. At the end of the day, you could put me in a ring in a car park, you could put me in a ring anywhere, in the middle of the sea. It's just still the same thing that I do my thing in anyway. So I wasn't nervous. I just really wanted to get the stoppage, just to say that, yeah, I stopped him and no one else has. But I guess I was one of those guys that couldn't as well.
Yeah, but at least you got the job done. And because I was there with that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think, was that the night, that was my first ever boxing show I think I went to. I think, wow. Was it Kakashi v Woodstock as well on that?
I believe it was, yes.
Yeah. I was there, yeah.
Wow, look at that.
And you weren't far off the TV slot as well. I think you were, there was a British title fight after you, and then you were on before that. So 2 off the TV. So you nearly got on the TV straight away.
It's a progressive stage though, man. At the time, I wanted to be on TV, and I was upset when I wasn't. But you can't ask for everything straight away. You have to work for it. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm actually here, and now I'm on TV, and
Oh
I'm
yeah,
on.
mate, you're getting these TV slots regular now.
Yeah, yeah, and so it should, man. I've been putting in work. I do good displays. I box well. You know what I'm saying? I do my thing. So it would be unfair if I wasn't, put it that way. But I earned it. I deserved it, I believe.
Okay, going back to your debut, sorry, was it good that you got your debut in your hometown?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I always want to fight in Nottingham, man. Like, don't get me wrong, Wembley's amazing. I ain't gonna really trade that for anything else. But yeah, I'd always want to fight in Nottingham because it's my hometown, it's my people. I had a lot of people come out, and that was my debut as well. It meant a lot. Like, I will remember that. I said I can't remember the other fights, but I definitely will remember that one for sure.
Mm-hmm. Then you fought in June last year. I know that would feel quite a long time because it's a year, yeah, already. And you stopped at somebody called Vasliv. I think we'll go on that.
Vaseline or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you stopped him in the third round. You
Yeah.
dropped him in the second round.
Mhm.
And
I did it.
did you expect him to get back up from that shot?
Yeah, because it wasn't. I didn't land it as clean as I would have liked, or liked to have. But I knew that it was just a matter of time though, because I was kind of beating up on him. So I had a feeling. When you're in a ring and you can see someone's face swelling up, you can tell by someone if they game or not. And when you start throwing certain shots on them, you start breaking their courage, you start breaking down their soul. Then I could tell that it wasn't gonna go the full. Was it six? I think it could have been 6 rounds. Oh no, four probably. I think it
It
was a
says
four
on
round.
Boxrec 4.
Yeah, I think it was a 4 rounder. So yeah, I didn't think it was going to go to four, and yeah, it didn't. So yeah,
Your next two fights were scheduled. So 2 fights after that, you fought. No, so you fought Vlasiv, then you had Mohammed, and then you
Mm.
had Mohammed was in November, and you stopped him in the second.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
You
was.
like a good second round knockout, you do.
Yeah, I just warm up with the first, and then obviously if the opportunity is there, then why not, man? I don't get paid for overtime, so I'll get the job done and get out of it.
Exactly. And then you had your first sort of another prospect sort of coming to win. You fought in March this year against Alex Matvienko. We'll go on that.
Yeah,
And you
yeah, yeah.
stopped him in the second round. Shock horror, second round knockout.
I
But
know, right?
yeah,
Yeah, he was good. It was his record was good, man. He was like what 4-1. That's a solid record. And I think at the time I was 4-0. So yeah, that was good, man. He was game on paper. But again, like I said to you, when you
that's
saw,
good. So you got that was your first winning record, like on
yeah, yeah,
because he
yeah, yeah.
was coming to win as well, which was good, and it just brought the
Mm.
best out of you.
Yeah, I think he went the distance with, I can't remember that guy's name, man. Is another light heavyweight. Can't remember his name.
John
Sorry, he went.
Hedges.
Yeah, that's the one. He went 6 rounds with John Hedges. So I was thinking, this guy's game, and I watched it. He looked good, and I thought, yeah, this guy's gonna give me a decent
Because
test.
John Hedges, of course, is another person at your weight who you might maybe fight in the future, and you stopped him, and John didn't. So that's good in its own as well.
Exactly, man. It speaks for itself. I don't need to say nothing more about that. But yeah, yeah, that was good, man. It was a good fight. I enjoyed that as well.
Then you fought in June against Khalid Grandella. He's very tough, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
what a fight that was.
Super tough, man. I like that guy.
None of you, both of you, just from the first round, just went for it, and it was a full-out war.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. That's the fight I remember. That's the one that challenged me the most. It made me think. It made me do things that I wanted to do. I wasn't uncomfortable at any stage in the fight.
Did he hurt you at all? Because the commentators all it said he's clipped you a few times. Did you feel hurt at all?
No, not once. But when I watched it back, I was like, ooh. So I can see why they thought I may have been hurt, but I can take a shot. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to
You
take a
think
shot.
he's been the hardest hitter so far?
No, he didn't. He didn't really hit hard. He hit me. He's the first person who's actually hit me, so I could say yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
But
because you don't get hit often.
no, I hit. My style is hit and don't get hit, so I don't really tend to get hit. But if I do, I can take it on the chin, man. I'm a tough cookie myself.
Because everyone's like because you had 3 knockouts on the bounce, everyone was like, they always expect knockouts from you. Does that put any pressure on yourself?
Nah, man. I don't go in there for the knockout. I go in there to just display a good boxing performance. So if that is a knockout, that's great. If not, then it's like I said. I go in there to ask questions and learn. So that last fight, I went
That's
the
good 8 rounds to get in.
Yeah, it was a good 8 rounds, and I did my thing. Like for the whole 8 rounds, I was enjoying all of it, and I feel like I dominated it. So I'm happy if I can box like that all the time. That's fine. I'm
Was
more
it
than
good
happy.
to be boxing at York or Bethnal Green?
Yeah, definitely, man. That atmosphere was thriving, and it was hot. It's like a sauna in there. So these are little factors that
I
people
mean,
don't actually.
it's hot in the arena. I can't imagine being in the ring how hot it is.
Oh, it was boiling. It was so hot. Even people around who came to watch it, it was like, oh, it's so hot, and they weren't even fighting. So
Yeah.
imagine the ring
I mean,
fighting.
I mean, I wasn't at that one, but when I'm at York, I just sweating just watching. I'm like,
Exactly that, man. Exactly. But it's good. Again, this is what we're here for. It doesn't matter about the external factors, how hot it may be, how cold it may be. You just go in there and fight and do a job and focus. So it was good,
yeah.
man. It's a good experience.
And now you've got on the 23rd of September, you've got a very good fighter in Joel McIntyre, who's 20-7, former English champion.
Yeah. Can't
So
wait.
you're not messing about, are you, mate? And
Nah.
it's only your 7th fight, and you've gone in with someone who's been English champion.
Yeah, of course, man. He's fought Shaq and Pitters. He's fought Lyndon Arthur. He's fought good names, and the
Ricky
only way
Summers as well.
to do that, yeah, exactly. Ricky Summers. So he's fought the top 10 in the UK, and I believe, me personally, I'm the best in the UK. On paper, I'm not right now, but fighting people like him will show me and show the world that I am. So he's 12th in the UK.
Do you think this fight will bring the best out of you?
Well, it should do. I hope so. If not, then I'm gonna bring it anyway. The best will be there on the 23rd of September, regardless if he brings it or not. I'm gonna be the best Ezra Taylor, and that's more than enough.
Because at the minute he is ranked. Because on the box rack he's ranked higher than you. So do you want to? You're going to try and take that ranking and break into sort of because he lost his English title to Ricky Summers. I do believe that could be vacant. Would you? Because Joel's at English level. Do you feel like you're not far off for like a fight for the English title?
Well, it just depends on how this fight goes. I don't want to look too far ahead and focus on the task at hand. But yeah, for sure, because he's 12th in the UK. So when I beat him, that will essentially make me no lower than the 12th in the UK. So that means I'm breaking into the top 10. That means that potentially title shots will be available. And yeah, we'll just see how we go from there. But I'm ready for it, man. I've been training hard throughout. It's not just I don't turn it on.
What does it mean fighting at Wembley Arena and against a former English champion? And what would this win do for you in your career?
It'll just propel me to the next stage, man. That's all it ever needs to be. It needs to be progressive. It doesn't have to be a big jump, but I feel like this is my 7th fight, and I'm fighting a former English champion. I don't think people really do that, but I do that because I'm confident in myself and I know what I can bring. So
yeah, because you've had these fights with the journeyman. You've been stopping people who don't get stopped. Then you fought Alex. John Edges couldn't stop him, but you did. And then Grandinella, he doesn't get stopped. I think he fought Dan Aziz the other week, so that explains what sort of level you're at when you're fighting. And Dan Aziz is, I think he's European champion and British champ as well. So.
Yeah. Dan Aziz he's 6th in the world, so
and
for him to go and fight
for a world title, mate, and it's just
he's on world contention. So for him to fight him and just to put it out there, he didn't stop him either. So I'm not saying that
I don't. Carol Watuma, who's also in with Fab Warren, didn't stop him.
Carol Watuma, he's a nice guy in that, but I feel like he struggled with Gradira a bit. Like he was in trouble in one of the rounds. I wasn't in trouble in any of those rounds against him. So man,
I think I was at his fight when he fought Grandinella.
I was there too. I seen it live, and you probably can confirm what I said. You know what I'm saying?
I think yes, he did win, but I think he may have lost a round.
Or maybe I'm not too sure. All I know is that he was in trouble towards one of the ends of the round.
Yeah. He lost maybe 2 or 1 round, I think, but he did win.
Yeah, no, he definitely did. He did win.
What about
Gradillo,
when
good
he fought that
opponent.
the Manda Renner, is it? When he fought for that
Moderna,
title?
Moderna. Yeah, when he fought Moderna, I don't know what happened. Karaitama is a very good boxer. He probably just didn't show up on the night at that time. But yeah, Moderna, good operator, very experienced. But then he got knocked out by Willie Hutchinson. So you
Mm.
know how the game goes.
Were these I know you're focused on Joel, but these are the sort of people you're looking to fight, isn't it?
Well, if they're around, if they're available, if they're, I don't want to just keep fighting anyone for no reason. It has to make sense with me now. Like if I
So
can,
why this fight now for you with Joel? Why this fight now?
because it makes sense. Like you said, he's ranked higher than me. He's experienced. He's had 20 wins under his belt. He's
And what are
fought
you
good
expecting
people,
from him?
a good fight. I'm expecting him to try his best, but I know yeah, I'm expecting him to try his best. I'm expecting a good fight. I'm expecting him to hit me,
Do
make
you
it.
look at his
Oh,
fights that he's lost, or do you look at both, like when he's won the fights and lost? Do you because did you watch the fight with Lind? Because of course he's not on the best run of form with 3 defeats,
mm,
but they are to the likes of Lyndon Arthur, Ricky Summers, and
Jack and Peters.
Shakan. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't look at people's form. I look at what they do in their last fight. I look at the other fights. I watched the Lyndon Arthur fight. I haven't watched the Ricky Summers one, but then I've watched
I
a
think
couple
that's
of his
on
other.
Fight Zone, that one.
I watched a couple of his other fights, and to be fair, I've watched.
Potentially, you could have said he won that Summers fight, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, you think? I don't know. The scorecards read different from what I've seen anyway on
Yeah, and
Boxer.
he
But
was the away fighter though.
okay, potentially. Who knows? I know. All I know, he's a good operator. He's a
He
good
is.
opponent. He ain't
Did you
slouch.
watch it? Because he beat, I think, Chad Sudgun,
Yeah,
who's
yeah. That's the one. I watched that live. I seen that one live, so I was like, oh,
isn't he from Nottingham?
he's from Nottinghamshire, so he's just on the outskirts. So yeah, it's good. He's a good opponent, man. He's not gonna stand there and do nothing. He's definitely
Do
gonna
you, do
try it.
you see weaknesses in his fight, like how he fights?
Yeah. It's not about weaknesses that he has. It's the strengths that I have. That's the thing that I focus on. So, because he could on fight night, he could be completely different to what we see.
Yeah,
But I
because
just
for
focus on
every fight, people approach every fight differently.
exactly that, Sam. So yeah, I'm not expecting the Joel McIntyre that we see. I'm expecting someone who's game, who's coming to fight, and he's got a heart as well. So, and he's tough. He's a tough guy. So we'll see how it goes.
And that's what you want to be. You want to be fighting good fighters like Joe.
100%, man. I'm a great fighter. I want to fight good fighters, great fighters as well. So anyway, I'm gonna get better, right?
Yeah. What's it like working with Frank Warren for anyone who wants to know? Like what's it like working with Frank in Queensbury?
Well, it's good. It's just like it's like anything in life, really and truly. If you get an opportunity to be on a platform as big as that, all you have to do is just work, keep working. Rising. Like we said at the start of this interview. Remember, I wasn't on TV, and I wanted to be on TV. You work hard enough, you're gonna get there at some point, and like we're here now. So Frank Warren's done what he promised.
Yeah, because you fought twice off TV and then ever since you've got the TV slot. So
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and,
So,
and as you get bigger fights, I'm sure this one will be a TV slot because this is one of the fights on the card. I already look at it and I'm like, this could be a show stealer.
yeah, I'm definitely seeing in the show, 100%. I'm definitely that
I
Joe
mean, you,
Joyce fight.
you
Yeah,
stole it last time as well.
yeah, no, that's what I'm here for, man. Until I'm main event, I'm gonna keep fighting like I'm the main event. Yeah, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And of course, for anyone, because I know you do well with your tickets, but for anyone who wants to buy tickets off you and come and support you, 23rd of September, how can they buy tickets off you?
They can just contact me through Instagram, Facebook, I guess. The contact details are there as well. Any support, obviously, it will be live on TV as well. So any support will be great. Tickets will be great too. But just to tune in, the people tuning in, I appreciate it more than anything. Just because that goes a long way too.
Mm-hmm. So, who like what other fighters do you train with, and who's your trainer?
So at the moment, right now, as I speak to you, I'm in Spain training alongside Don Charles and Daniel Dubois. He's training for his Usyk fight.
Oh, really?
Um, he is, yeah, yeah. So it's just good to be able to rub shoulders with people who are
What's it
going to
like
one.
training alongside Daniel Dubois?
It's good, man. Like I don't feel out of place. Like I don't. This is where I belong. I'm a champion in my own right. He's
Have you
training to
sparred him?
do his thing. Have I sparred him? No, I haven't. He's got because he's fighting a southpaw, so it wouldn't make any sense for me to spar him. It has to be at that level. Everything has to be on point. It has to make sense. You can't just be sparring anyone for no reason. So, but
Mm.
I'm training alongside him, sparring some of the other guys, some cruiserweights that are here as well. It's good. But then
Is it
and
good
then yeah,
experience for you?
it's an yeah, it's an amazing experience. It's amazing, incredible, more than you could think. I'm not high for long, but I'm taking a lot. I'm taking a lot, and that's the thing. What will bridge the gap as well with me and these other light heavyweights.
Do you think Dubois is going to win?
From what I'm seeing, how he's training, he's definitely got a very very good chance. Usyk's an amazing boxer. I think he's amazing, but
I
Daniel
think
Dubois,
Daniel needs
young
the
and hungry as
knockout.
well.
He needs a knockout.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to try to box someone like that. But Daniel Dubois, he's young, hungry, and he's very, very strong. So he's definitely got a puncher's chance with it. You know, if Derek Chisora can give him problems like how he did, I know for a fact Daniel Dubois definitely can.
Hmm. What's your thoughts on AJ v White, the rematch, and who do you think's going to win that one and why?
I believe AJ because he won last time by a knockout, but this time round, from what I'm seeing, AJ is trying to be a bit more of a technical boxer. And if AJ was able to do what he did to him last time, when with him not being so technical,
But they
with
weren't both in their prime, and that's that they've both improved since that fight.
they did, they 100% did. But I still thought I'll probably still fly AJ's flag over that fight. To be honest, Daniel White is a good fighter. Though. Don't get twisted, but I think I'll just go with AJ with that one for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm saying AJ late stoppage probably.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That's definitely a good shout. Maybe like after round 7 or something,
Yeah,
potentially.
yeah, I'm thinking the same sort of 8-9 sort of.
Yeah, around that for sure. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, I'm with you on that one, Sam, for sure.
Yeah. What about Crawford v Errol Spence? Of course, that's this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. Do you know what? I want Errol Spence to win. I'm a big Errol Spence fan, but after that car crash, he didn't really look the same from his last few performances, unfortunately. Terence Crawford, he's been active and he's very, very, very good. So I'll probably side with Terence Crawford as much as I want Errol Spence to win.
I agree. I reckon Crawford, to be honest.
What, with stoppage or points?
Stoppage.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting. I think me personally, I don't think there's going to be a stoppage. I think it'll be go to points with one
Yeah.
of them for
I
sure.
can see it could go either way though, and it could go
Yeah,
right down to the wire. But I reckon
yeah,
Crawford will get it done.
yeah. His work rate's a bit higher than Errol Spence, and I feel like that's what you need at that caliber. Your work rate has to be high from the 12 rounds for sure, and they both fit. So definitely be interesting. I think it's a 60-40 fight to Terence.
Hmm. What about Callum Smith and
But
Beterbiev?
Beterbiev, he's got age on his age against him. He looked very good against Yard, but I seen so many chinks in his armor. Callum Smith, he's a very good boxer, and he's got his height and his range, but Canelo was able to nullify all of that, and that he's much smaller and kind of, I'll probably say, probably weaker than Beterbiev. So we'll see. I feel like I'll probably still side with Beterbiev
Yeah.
because when Beterbiev fights at the top level, he shows up. He's always there, and he's always fighting at the top level. Really,
And
Callum
and
Smith,
he's got that scary power as well.
he does. Well, I don't know. He does have crazy power, but Yard did amazing against him. I think he did the best against him than I've ever seen anyone do.
Do you
But
think Yard, because of course Anthony Yard's fighting on your card and the
yeah.
same night as you, and do you believe? Why do you think like he's stepped sort of down from the world scene and gone to the English champion, or do you just think that's for him to stay busy?
No, that's just a what me personally. I think that's a warm up fight. You probably see Yard in the next after this fight. You'll probably see him back in the world title mix up. To be honest, it's just something to keep him busy, and on top of that too, just to propel him into the mix again.
He
Because a
should,
good.
being honest, he should get him out of there. I mean, Ricky's tough and he's a good fighter, but I think Yard should get him out of there.
Well, he's never been Ricky Summers never been stopped from what I
Yeah, I mean,
see.
it's going to be a hard ask to stop him, but I reckon he should do it.
He should do it. Yard is a very good fighter, man. If anything, I'll probably say he's probably one of the better ones in Britain right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like he has the tools to do it. Just like if he just gets it done sooner or later, really. That's what I believe.
What about Joe? Of course, topping the bill, Joe Joyce v Zaheli Jan, the rematch.
Yeah, that fight interesting. Me personally, I think I'll probably still go with Zhang, just because he's a good technical southpaw, man. What he does is very good, and he's very good at doing it. Joe Joyce, you would have to do a lot to try and nullify what he does, and he didn't have any. He didn't have any answers to what he was doing in the last fight. Not one. So I don't know how you're gonna come up with such a crazy game plan.
And if he keeps leaving his chin hanging out, eventually, I don't like to say it, but I reckon one day he'll get knocked out because he just keeps leaving it. It's just, how much can it take? Eventually,
you know what? I don't know if he can get knocked out because I was there live and he was getting battered. He went down, obviously, but he didn't get knocked out. So he's probably
he didn't go down.
He didn't. No, he went down.
Did he?
Yeah, he went. I think he went down in one of the rounds. For sure. If I'm sure he did. He went down in one of the rounds. He got back up. You ain't gonna get knocked. I don't think you're gonna knock Joe Joyce out, but you can do a lot of damage as you see with his eye. And against the South, they always do damage to your eye if you're not on your slips, on your good defense. So I think Zhang's gonna win it again.
I reckon he'll stop him in 5 again. Same sort of.
Yeah.
You could literally play off the last fight, and it's the same thing.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen. I'm definitely saying Zhang. I'm not too sure how it's gonna happen, but
yeah,
Zhang's good. He's good to do it again for sure.
Do you train with Delmar Thomas and Lamar Griggs?
Nah, they train at a club called DCT. I know all those guys over there, and Echo trains with them as well. They're cool guys, man. They're doing everything, but I train.
There's good fighters coming out of your area, isn't there? Because Lee Wood as well. There's good fighters, and do you want to be the next light heavyweight world champion from Nottingham? And how far do you believe you can go?
All the way, man. I would not be in it if I didn't think I could be number one. I believe I'll be world champion at some point. I don't know when, but I definitely would know I will be. So if I ever thought that, oh yeah, I'll just be a British champion or something, I wouldn't even be here. There's no point wasting my time. Boxing's a serious thing. So if you don't think you're gonna go all the way, what's the point in doing it? You know.
And before I let you go, do you want to just thank anyone who's helping you in your career so far?
Yeah, man.
Shout out sponsors or just anybody.
Thank you for all my supporters. That can range from my friends, my family, people that I don't know, you, Sam, everyone who's gave me the time and day, has helped me on my journey, all my supporters and sponsors, yeah, man, Global Solution Clothing, my fight sponsors, Londonese Cooling, like anyone who's helped me throughout my journey. That's the people I want to say thank you to, and the people that also will help me going forward. And that doesn't need to be, any type of like an object, no monetary value. If you just support Ezra Taylor on their journey and you feel like, you're behind me, I just appreciate that. It goes a very, very long way.
And thank you for your time and good luck with the fight.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Nice one, Sam.
Cheers for your time, mate, and enjoy your time out in Spain.
Thank you.
Bye, mate.
Yes.